Our team worked on a project to build replica models of various hydroponic systems using waste materials. These models are fit for small-scale usage and uses no air stone or air pump and other high expenses. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants in water containing nutrients.
Deep water culture.
Deep water culture is the easiest yet most effective type of hydroponic system. It is a system that sustains roots of plants in a well oxygenated nutrient solution. As the name itself suggests, the root must be submerged deep in water. A reservoir that must hold a good amount of water, and for that we have used a bucket. The net pot containing plants are to be suspended above the reservoir, and for that we used the steel net. As net pots, we have used the end cap of drainage pipe. A metal wire is used to tie the net in place. We cut the rim of the bucket we use so that it is easier to tie the net. Next, we cut the holes according to the pot size. Then we attach the net to the bucket using metal wire. Fill the reservoir with nutrient water up to a level enough for the roots to be submerged. Put the net pots in place. Drip system. A drip system is also called trickle or micro irrigation system. Instead of spraying or running water to the plants, we use a thin tube system that secretes nutrient water in a slow dripping action. A flush tank as a reservoir and the lid as pot holders. Plastic bottles as pots. Cannula drip to control the speed of dripping. System. Thin tubing as main line that carry water to the plants. Here we used an old water purifier outlet pipe. The basic setup is simple. We drilled a hole at the base of the flush tank according to the size of the cannula drip and inserted it in. Then we connected the cannula drip to the main line. We haven't used the cannula drip as the main line as it cannot sustain holes and gets clogged. We poked 2 holes in the main line and placed it above the pots. Make sure to poke small holes. Don't poke it all the way through the pipe. Fill the reservoir with nutrient solution. Attach a syringe at the end of the main line and pull enough water from the reservoir till the dripping starts. Here, water flow is due to the gravitational action, but if your pot holder are above the reservoir, you will need a water pump. Nutrient film technique. Nutrient film technique or NFT is a hydroponic technique which contains a very shallow nutrient solution pouring down through tubings. Nutrient water is recirculated past the bare roots of plants placed in a grow tray. A large waste oil can used as reservoir as well as grow tray. Pipes to circulate the water. Pots for plants. Engine deck being used as pot holder. Metal wire to hold the engine deck in place. A water pump. We started by cutting the can in two halves where one is used as reservoir and another as grow tray. The grow tray is placed at an angle supported by 4 PVC pipes to let the water flow down toward the return pipe. The excess nutrient water will flow out back into the reservoir from where it will be recirculated through the water pump. To guide the water back into the reservoir, we made an outlet for maintaining the water level. We fixed the pot holder in the grow tray using metal wire and placed the pots. Maintain the water level so that the roots of plants hang down to the bottom where they come in contact with the nutrient solution.
Wick system.
Wick hydroponic system is a passive system that doesn't require any sophisticated machinery. The working principle here is based on capillary action by which water and nutrients are drawn up from the reservoir. Plastic bottles used as container and reservoir both. A plastic can used to hold the bottles in place. A cotton wick. Wick system. To build the system, we cut a 1 liter bottle in two halves in such a way that bottom part is slightly larger, used as reservoir, and the upper part is used as a pot. Paint the plastic bottles. Cut out 2 holes in the can to fix them. We painted the bottles and put them in the can to prevent algal growth. Put the cotton wick in such a way that the roots can absorb maximum water. The most important part of this system is the type of wick being used. The wick should have a high rate of absorption and resistance to rotting. Here we used a cotton wick, but it is more advisable to use a jute rope.
Aeroponics.
In aeroponic system, the roots of plants are hung in the air within a growing chamber without any coir pit or soil. The roots are sprinkled with nutrient water, allowing the faster growth of plants. A 20-liter paint bucket with lid as a reservoir, a water pump and a PVC pipe. A pipe of diameter 4 inches being used as growing chamber. Small plastic bottles used as net pots to suspend plants. End cap for larger pipe. We started by making a hole in the lid of the bucket. The hole should be big enough for the larger pipe to fit in. This pipe acts as the growing chamber for roots. So we made several pockets in the pipe to insert plastic bottles. The bottles we used were cut from the base and the brim so that the roots are easily exposed to the sprinkling nutrient water. The other pipe is set within the larger pipe in such a way that it comes out from the top. Make sure that the pipe does not detach from the pump. Then we covered the top of the larger pipe with the end cap. We drilled the end cap with numerous small holes so that the water coming from the smaller pipe can be sprinkled down in the growing chamber.